Dude, oh, no. Okay. Bop-It, a true classic. Everybody has heard of it, and yet it suffers from an issue that plagues most toys of its kind. And that once you beat it, there's nothing really left to do with it except grind that high score over and over and over and over again. Well, I'm here to break that cycle. You see, I'm an engineer, and that means I've learned a lot about sustainability and ethics. And so I will sustainably revive this Bop-It toy with a brand new and very ethical spin. By adding tasers, of course. My first idea was to use a MEMS microphone, which stands for MEMS. So it would listen to everything that comes out of the Bop-It, digitize the signals, and pass it through a digital signal processing algorithm, at which point it will compare the recorded voice line to a stored reference. And if it matches a specific game over voice line, then it will trigger the shocking mechanism. Now, that's all well and good and will do the job, but there's just one slight problem. Yeah, it doesn't turn on, actually. Yeah, I was like in the middle of doing this idea when I initially found it in the garage, it had no batteries, and so I didn't bother checking until much later. So yeah, turns out things degrade over time. And so since I have no idea how to fix this, because I obviously didn't work at Hasbro when I was 5, I'm gonna switch to my last idea, which I was trying to avoid, because even though it's the easiest, it kind of feels like a cop-out or cheating or whatever, and you'll see why in a bit. Yeah, but I guess now that I'm doing it anyways, I think I've learned a valuable lesson. Guys, the key takeaway for me here is that when faced with any obstacle or challenge in life, you should always immediately take the easy way out and cut corners, literally. Because nothing will ever go wrong in life if you do that. Oh, and you know what? Here's some more words of wisdom on the house. You can never miss if you never shoot. Alright, enough yapping. It's time to start the new plan, with my first step being just getting inside. Then I'm going to hijack the controls. POV, you are diffusing. Okay, got everything wired up. Time to check if it still works. Now the last step is going to be just routing these wires to an Arduino with the Bop-It code remade. Because let's be real here, the single player Bop-It code is not that hard to remake or follow. Okay, while the real time with this happening, let me address something. Now you're probably wondering, if you found out the Bop-It was broken, why did you even bother explaining the first idea? Why not just, jump into the building? Okay, now that the main code seems to be working, pending some tweaks. Dude, I hate to change that. It's time to add the classic sounds. And oh boy, given how easy this part is, I'm sure this next part is going to be even easier. Okay, sorry if I look a little disheveled here, but I was struggling trying to get this to work, and it was like it was like all the files were somehow jumbled up. Like I asked it to play file number 1, and it's playing file number 5, and then I tell it to play file number 7, it's like playing file number 9 or whatever. Okay, so then I just made this program where just all it does is it's supposed to play the Bop-It sound, right? Just Bop-It. All it does is that. You're so hot right now. Thanks. So, at this point, I realized that something else had to be afoot here, and it's not just, I don't know, me being an incompetent fool, which is the usual conclusion I come to. So I googled it, and I found this thread by Pilot Woody, my goat. So he says, when playing files in the root of the SD card, it doesn't matter what name you give to the files in the root. What matters is the order you copy those files to the root. So the first file you copy, that is file number 1. The second file you copy will be file number 2, regardless of what the actual file name is. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What does it even mean? Like who designed this shit? Genuinely, like who even like let this pass? Like how does this even get greenlit and passed. And so even though I think you're supposed to put the files in a folder, as I've found out from this thread, I had to know if what this guy was saying was true about the root files. So I copied the files over one by one in order this time, and all right, moment of truth.
Please, Pete, I need this.
There's actually no way. I don't even know what to say. I switched back to the first code I wrote that plays audio, and I used the new SD card where all the files were copied in this specific order, and it worked. So if I had copied it properly the first time, that means it would have worked first try. What the f? Whole flu state. But now with that issue finally resolved, it's time for the last coding part for full integration. And now for the shocking, I'm going to use a tens unit. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you if you were expecting an actual taser, but this provides much safer and medically approved pain. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I think all I need to do is just connect the shaft to the knob, but I still want to be able to take the motor off as needed. So I'm going to glue this piece on instead. Then that way, all I need to do is just shove the motor in. But I can see a problem forming because the motor's not fixed to anything. So I think it's just going to spin in place. Okay, so I got it turning and switching it on and off, but I'm sure maybe it might be able to connect the dots and see. So I did have one idea in mind, but it's kind of stupid. So don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh when I freaking show you. Okay, here it is. All I did was tape a stick to the other end of the motor. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay, this is the best I could have done with what I had. Okay, I don't have a 3D printer, and if I did, I would have just printed something that would fit over the knob. Okay, but I don't have one. But it works. Okay, it doesn't spin. It doesn't spin anymore. Dude, the amount of tape and glue I've used in this stupid project makes me feel like I'm in kindergarten again, doing arts and crafts. The full test. Let's fail.
Seriously? Come on.
Oh. And then turned off. Oh, that kind of happened instantly. Okay.
Seriously? Come on.
Oh. Well, I did it. To my dismay, the device has unfortunately been completed, and all that's left to do is to do it. All this contraption bullshit is pretty par for the course, so there's that. I'm also going to try to get to 200 to commemorate the second coming of this Bop-It. I mean, I literally revived it. Yeah, daring, I know. But yeah, hopefully I won't get shocked too many times along the way. But yeah, imagine if I get a first try. That would be pretty crazy. It would make for a pretty boring ending though. What am I even doing? Why am I trying to get myself shocked more? All right, first run. Let's see how far I can get. I'm going too fast. No! No. I'm not even getting the 10! Oh my god, I'm an old man, bro. Okay. Dude, I have to. I committed to it, okay? I start too many things and then just don't finish them, okay? I have to. I have to. Focus, 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 just focus. But like I committed to it. I have to do it. I said I was gonna do it and I have to. Yes! No, what the Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually locked in. Oh my god, dude. No way. No! What do we do? Okay. I accidentally pulled it. Dude, that's crazy. What the hell? 260. 260. Dude, why did I get shocked? Oh my god, this whole time I thought I put in a line of code to not shock if it's over 200. Did I just hallucinate that the whole time? No, yeah, it's it's there. It sure is, or it's not there. It's literally just one line, and I guess I just hallucinated adding it this whole time. Okay, like, oh my god, you know what that would have meant? Every every game is a loss, no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter what score you get. Every game is a loss. But that's like, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's just freaking perfect for this thing. That's like the cherry on top. Okay. Well, that was fun, but now that I've beaten it, there's nothing really left to do with it except grind that high score. Well, shit.